Hey guys, welcome to my channel Tekco. My name is Salman Francis, and we will continue our journey to prep our RHCE9 version. And for that, I have another task for you guys today, and it's going to be question number 2, by the way. And in this task, we are going to create a role called web server in our home directory. And the tasks are we need to make sure that Apache is installed and the services are enabled when it started, we need to make sure that firewall is enabled and running and installed. And then we need to create a Jinja 2 template, which will copy its content from the template to the node where we will install our web server. So this is the task today. And for that, we will be using roles in Ansible. So let's start. I have um, my inventory, and we are going to use node 1, which is part of the dev group for this task. Okay, so first we need to create a role, and we will use Ansible Galaxy for that. And we need to create a role, initialize it, and first thing I want to show you that we don't have any roles directory here, and it will be automatically created. So Ansible-Galaxy role init, and we will call the directory roles, and web server will be the role name, web server. Okay, role is successfully created, and now if we list it, we can see that the directory also exists. If we go into this directory, we will see our role is there. So let's check our roles directory with the tree, and we can see that roles have a role called web server, and it has files, meta, task, template, and vars folder, and the defaults also. So we will be using vars, template, and tasks. So let's go into our roles folder, then in the role, and first we will create two variables, because as per the question, we need to make sure that we have the packages HTTPD is installed and the service is started. The firewall is enabled and running, so we will use two variables here. So we will go into our vars directory first, go into main, we will delete this, and first we will create two variables, packages HTTPD firewall D, and then we will have another variable called my rules, and we will use HTTP HTTPS. So these are two variables we will be using today. Okay, next we will go into our templates, and here we will create our index.html.j2. It's Jinja 2 template, and here we need to tell welcome to host. So we'll type welcome to, we will use Ansible facts here, and we will use host name, and whose IP is. Again, we will use Ansible facts. Default IPv4. So this is Ansible underscore facts, default, not default, default underscore IPv4 and address. Okay, so this is done just to make sure host name. Yep. Now we will use, we need to go into the tasks and we will then create our tasks. So tasks folder, okay, so first task is to install the packages. We will use DNF. And name of the packages, since there are two services or two packages, we will use item. So we can run a loop. And state should be present. And the variable we just created were packages. I think I'm missing something. Just loop. Packages. So this task is done. Next task is, let me press enter. So next task is make sure the services are started. Starting and enabling services. And we will use the service module here. And state is started. Enabled is yes. And what was the question? Service should be enabled on boot and it started. Okay, so this is done. Yeah, but what are the services? So services, again, we will use the loop since there are two services. We will use item. And they are again packages. Okay, so this task is done. Now our third task is the firewall should be enabled and running. So make sure the firewall is enabled and running. Okay, for this we will be using firewall D module. And since there are more two services like HTTP and HTTPS, again we will use item. And then we need to make sure that the state is started and it is immediate. And then it should be, uh, yeah, we made it present and it started, and that's it. And then we also have another task, which is Jinja2 template. So the task is copying Jinja2 template. And for this, we will be using template module. And the source is index.html. And the destination is going to be var www html slash index.html. Sorry, the source is .j2. So we don't need to give it absolute path here because it's in the templates directory and it can understand it very well. So firewall D name item, yeah, we need to close it. Sorry about that. So loop, and it should be on my rules, if you remember. Okay, I think this is done. Destination, template, loop. So, okay, now this is done. Now, last thing what we need to do is we need to go to our roles directory here, roles, and we will create our playbook. So I will call it web server role.yaml. So name can be anything like web server role playbook. And then what we need to do is we need to run this on, let me check this real quick. Yeah, on the host dev. So we need to give the host dev, and then we need to become sudo or root because we don't want any issues with the permission. And the role which we are going to use is called web server, which we really recently created. So I think that would be it. So let's run our playbook. But before I run the playbook, let's check if we have anything on node 1. Okay, just a minute. So it's not installed. And we can see that they're not installed. So let's run our playbook and keep our fingers crossed. Ansible playbook, my inventory. Oh, I'm in my roles. So Ansible playbook -I, my inventory, and roles directory we have this YAML file. Maybe we can first check with the dry run. Okay, so the issue is web server role playbook. Oh, yeah, it should be hosts, not host. We have another issue and it's service item state started here. Okay. So guys, you know that I keep the errors in my video so we can troubleshoot it. Otherwise, what's the purpose of learning? So we go to our roles, web server, and I know this is in task. Let me check from my notes. Oh yeah, we need to make it permanent as well, and state is enabled. State is not started because it's duplicating. Enabled and permanent. Permanent. Yes. Okay, now let's try this time. Okay, we have again an error. Firewall D. Oh, since it's a service, it's not we are going to install something, it's a service. So this is good, guys. We are encountering the error so we can understand how to fix it. All right, guys, so I have found the issue here. So this is service, it's a module, and this is the name. So service is the module, the name is the items in the name, and now if all goes as per the plan, I hope this time we will encounter no error. Oh, we have another error. So this time it's the Jinja template again in the task. So it's a template. Template source is index.html.j2. Oh yeah, see, they are not aligned. Destination. Okay. We have to be very careful with these um, alignments. So good, our dry run seems fine. Now again we have encountered an error, but this is again I can I can assure you that this is because the services are not installed. We can check this, and that's the reason it's giving us error. So let's run it now, this time without the dry run, and keep our fingers crossed. Node 1 OK, installing the packages. So it will take a while, I guess. So changed, enabling the services. Perfect. Everything went well. So now if we use curl command, node 1, perfect. We got the result. And we can confirm it. Status HTTPD. Good. Status firewall D. Perfect. And great. We have both of our HTTP and HTTPS working. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel and also visit my website tekco.net. It's tekco.net. Like us on Facebook, and I will be back with question number 3 tomorrow. Till then, take care, goodbye, have a wonderful day.